Hey, everybody, I'm Rich G.
And I'm BJ Flagg, and this is episode 328, Top 10 Small Business Predictions for 2024.
Oh boy, this is like my favorite time of the year.
I know, all the fresh new ideas.
Yeah,
I
and
love it.
new opportunities. Everybody has so much energy.
I know, and it's like a clear runway to run your own business, like brand new, turn the page. Oh,
Yeah.
let's get going.
And the best part, it's time to do your taxes.
Exactly.
Time to do your
There
taxes.
you go. Oh my gosh, what a good one. We have the top 10.
Yeah.
In true late night fashion, we're starting with number 10, and it is using AI for sales. Yeah, I know, AI, nobody wants to talk about it. But I am telling you, every one of those companies like Salesforce, Cooper, all of them are all hot on the AI game and what you can do with it. So it's going to totally help your process. And I mean, are you seeing that, Rich, coming up in, with people?
Yeah, I saw this really cool tool. It's called Air, and it was a demo on Instagram where the person is getting a phone call from AI and they're selling them that new Apple headset.
Oh, wow.
And the person's like, no, I think I'm going to go buy this. And they go, yeah, I understand. And what you're not realizing is the voice that's talking to them and reacting to them is all AI. It's
Wow.
amazing. It's just amazing. You could
Whoa.
use it for follow-ups. There's so many things you could use AI for, I think, for sales.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, number nine is, and I think this came right out of BJ, more data analytics. You need more
Not to be a
data.
buzz killer. Not to be a buzz killer.
Yeah, data is going to become even more critical to understanding customer behavior, optimizing your operations, and the best part, increasing your profitability. So look at user-friendly analytics tools that allow you to crunch the data in different ways and understand it.
Yeah. Google Analytics went through a gigantic change. We're into GA4 now, and there is phenomenal reach there. But you do need to do a lot of education. So really get your people going, find out a person who's a real tech head, get them to get in it, and we got ourselves a data science situation on our hands. So I think you'll like it. So number 8, marketing. I am going to say that this year is going to be a huge changing landscape in the social media platforms. Rich and I have been seeing huge shifts and changes this year. Everybody's sitting there going, oh, the young are on TikTok. No, now all the old are on TikTok. The different platforms have blended, and it's going to be increasingly hard for the marketing team to understand, okay, what's the best place for our brand to be. So going to be a jungle, just going to be have to juggle.
Yeah, it's marketing is going to be interesting, especially with social media. I mean, people don't realize like social media for me, for my business is LinkedIn. That's where most of my customers are. That's
Right.
where most of the people that are interested in high performance coaching is. So I focus on LinkedIn, but a lot of people don't look at LinkedIn as social media. They
Yeah.
think of everything else. And I'm like, no, you could find it in different ways, you know?
Oh, for sure, for sure. And I think you too. I know you're on the other platforms, Rich.
Yeah.
We're for the podcast, we're on Instagram, and we're seeing the reason why we're on Instagram is there are authors on Instagram. There are people who are talking. So we need to be in that space. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, for your own business, you might have to, flip platforms or, have a little bit of a different emphasis for sure.
Yeah, and like Twitter X is getting huge. I mean, if you haven't played with X lately, go on X and check it out because there are forums, there are groups, it's very long form. You could do videos, you could do, I mean, they're really expanding the depth and breadth of X. So check it out. A lot of things are happening there too. So number 7, funding changes and financial management. This is going to be huge in 2024. There's going to be an increase in alternative lending sources because, frankly, lots of banks are going out of business. They're merging and stuff like that. And there's also going to be a lot of changes in government funding initiatives. So, especially election year, the government tends to pump out a lot of cash. So take advantage of those loans and grants that are happening. Also, and back to what BJ was talking about, financial management tools are getting more sophisticated and they're going to aid you in having better cash flow management. And that's the name of the game when you have a small business, is maintaining that cash flow.
Absolutely. And to kind of fall right into that, number 6 is human resources. What we're finding with the changing landscape in digital hybrid workspace, the onboarding has now become incredibly important. We're seeing major changes in how you can, you know how ChatGPT works, right, Rich? You know how you can combine things and get it. Well, that's how people are putting together their onboarding package.
Yeah.
Because they have certain templates that they can use, right? But they want to be very careful to make sure that they've included that incredibly important group, which is the people who are doing hybrid. Yeah. And, you know, you didn't have policies before. You know, person might come back to you and say, hey, pay for my internet. Hey, come into the office. You know, there's things that you got to work through. So, and also benefits, you know, benefits have changed so dramatically. Benefits look different. Like they just look different. So what you're offering a person just looks different now. You know, I remember there was that big rage of having your fitness center paid for.
Yeah. Yeah, it's keeping, the whole idea is it's a changed world and you need to keep your best people. So you give them lots of great benefits, training, learning, coaching, you know, different benefits. People, you know, the bonus is great, money's great, and that sort of thing. But it's also saying, I care through different ways. And so looking at how to grow your people, how to send them to conferences and stuff like that. So there are a lot of benefits that you can look at that people normally don't think of.
Yeah, very good. Excellent.
So number 5, boy, we're half done already. Number 5, collaboration. Collaboration is going to be huge in 2024. That's partnerships between businesses, including your competitors. And there's a word for it, co-opetition. Is going to become more common as you look to expand your capabilities and reach in the marketplace, in your community and stuff. So look at collaboration opportunities.
Yeah. And you know, it's amazing is that you have a bazillion vendors that you've worked with for so many long times. Reach out to them. What is it that you could be doing that could be a wild collaboration? You know, just think outside the box in this area, because it could be, you know, when you look at your pie of your sales, this could be just a little lightning rod for some incredible opportunity. I'm going to take you to number 4. Goal setting and planning. Yes. We had so much fun doing those 3 podcasts. You guys have to go and listen to those. I'm telling you. What we're seeing is people are returning to the paper planner. We at our company build everybody's planners for the year. And this year I was like, we have a lot of people in many different age groups. And I thought, they're not going to want it. They're not going to want it. Oh my God. They had me and Rich designing new sections. And can you put this in? Can we get some stickers? They're all in on the paper planner. And in my mind, it's based on that whole concept of however many senses you use, you're apt to better. You're apt to remember, you're apt to do better. So hey, let's go paper planners, make it happen.
Yeah, planning. This is something I talk to clients about a lot. Is for you to have a successful business, you need structure and consistency. And a planner, especially a paper planner, is going to help you do that. You're not
Yeah,
going to, as we get older, one of the big things we think about is, did I forget something? Did I
right.
forget to do something? Did I forget to get back to that person? And having that structure and consistency of a planner is going to stop you from having to worry that stuff because it's always in your planner. It's
Yeah.
always there. So,
And what I love about it is it can match up to whatever service that you use, like, Salesforce or any of the systems that you use. So
yeah.
we're augmenting. We're not being separated from that. I love it. And I love seeing everybody use them. You know what I mean? And then they go back and they put stuff into, we have a production software, and the stuff all shows up very accurately because they remember, and it's just phenomenal. So, hey, get it going.
So number three is remote work and flexibility. It's going to even increase in 2024. And when I say remote work, it's not total remote work. It's more flexibility. It's going to likely continue. And the best part, see, what employers forget is that it's going to open up broader talent pools for you and
Yeah,
reduce overhead costs.
yeah,
People forget, well, they need to be in the office. I go, yeah, but how would you like to have a top-notch designer? Okay, they're in Romania. Okay. Or how would you like to reduce your overhead costs where you might not need to have an office? I have an
right.
office in Stanford and I've had it for the last 15 years. And I'm starting to find I don't really need it.
Right.
Clients just don't want to meet. They'll meet via Zoom or they'll meet over the phone.
Yeah,
But coming to my office and doing things, it
right.
reduces your overhead costs.
Are you ready for this, Rich?
Yeah.
I heard of a company that rented cabins, okay? Airbnb cabins for his team, and they worked there for a week, and they went hiking, and they went this and that, and just focused in on some key projects that they had to do. It
Yeah.
was the most successful thing they ever did. And they were close to an airport. They could get everybody in, 1, 2, 3. And he said, "Oh my God, it was just huge,
I
huge,
love that idea. I love that.
flexible, be
Think about it.
flexible."
All your people are separated and you bring them together once a month and you rent an Airbnb and everybody's there and you work through the day and then you go, like you said, you go hiking and you do things. You might be by the shore. You might
Yeah,
you might do some event or something like that's phenomenal. That's a great, I'm going to steal that one. That's a
yes,
great one.
you need to steal it.
So what's number two, BJ?
Increased focus on cybersecurity. We have a dear friend, Vinny, who wants to keep us straight on everything cybersecurity. And you really need to invest more into protecting your data and maintaining your customer trust. That is interesting. People a lot of times will match those two things together. And what we're trying to say to you is that the more careful you are with all your customers' information, the more happy they'll be, the more comforted they'll be. And we're seeing more tricky data breaches. We're seeing so many things going on these days. And this is an area of focus this year for sure. People with PCs, there's just so many data breaches. So you gotta be ready for it. That's why we really made it number two, because it's just going to be a little bit more wild this year.
Yeah, it's a wild west out there, and have somebody that helps you think through your cybersecurity. And cybersecurity isn't just technical, it's behavioral. It's how your people handle data and how they handle passwords and how they handle customer information.
Yeah.
It's not just like, throw a piece of software at it. A lot of it's behavioral, and companies like our good buddy Vinny,
Yeah.
it will help you understand it and certify you. And so you know that you're doing the best of the best when it comes to cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Okay,
Number one.
we've saved number one. Number one's my favorite, and it's very all-encompassing.
Yes.
Everybody got their pencils ready? Here we go.
Okay, here we
You
go.
need to stay agile and adaptable in 2024. You need to be ready to pivot your strategy, embrace new technologies, or rethink your store business operations at a moment's notice. A lot of businesses fail because they're not agile and adaptable. So having this mindset coupled with a culture that embraces change, and not change for change's sake, but
Yeah.
again, don't get stuck. Well, we've always done it that way.
Oh,
Because it can make all the difference in seizing opportunities and overcoming new challenges that hit you out of left field. You're like, I didn't know they did that.
Yep. And also just listen to the, people who are coming into your business that may have had one job and now they're your number two.
Yeah.
They have learned things. Even them, they have learned things. Listen to them. What could be adapted? What could be changed? Let's stay really, really flexible because, whoa, you will be the group that everybody wants to work with. So it's exciting, Rich. We're going to have a good year. I'm going to love it. I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Best Small Business Show. If this episode has been valuable to you, subscribe and share it with other budding entrepreneurs who could benefit.
Yeah, that's it for this week. That's it for this year. You can reach out to me at richg.com, and you can find BJ at newrenew.com.
Thanks to our editor and producer, Richard Scalzo, and have an unbelievable week and catch you later.